another thing that Julie hinted at before was that Google cited data privacy as the reason for this change. And in a quote in Ginny Marvin's article for Search Engine Land, they said, in order to maintain our standards of privacy and strengthen our protection around user data, we have made changes to our search terms report to only include terms that a significant number of users search for. So Andrea, what do you think is really the reason for this change? Do you buy this data protection story, or do you think there's more to it?
I think there's more to it, and I'm gonna make you think about it with a question. When was the last time you saw personal identifiable data in your search query report? It's really odd that that happens. Yeah, as a matter of fact, people that may have not been doing paid for a very long time might not know that you don't see, before this change, you didn't see 100% of the queries. There was a 2-3% that was also that was always askew. So again, when was the last time you saw something like a social security number or addresses of someone or something like that? You didn't see it. So is it truly that the issue? And as Julie mentioned too, or she hinted, if some people are not concerned by it, I think if you have a massive budget, let's say you spend $1 million in a very short period of time, then you probably have a lot of software that will make automated decisions for you or help you scale. But when we talk about small businesses that are dealing with a zillion things at the same time, besides just marketing, or B2B marketers like me, I don't want to be showing for a lot of things. And I want to be able to, those really high CPCs that you pay in cybersecurity, I want them to be able to trigger the right queries at the right time.
Yeah. What about you, Julie? Do you see data security as a major problem here?
I tweeted this yesterday. Excuse me. It feels to me like they're trying to wrap it in like this noble cause, right? Like everybody wants more privacy. Like who doesn't want more privacy, right? You seem like a jerk if you're like, well, I don't really want more privacy. It's hard to really look at it and say, oh yeah, I can see where they're coming from. I mean, I think the fact that you know, exactly what Andrea was saying, and if you spend any time looking in query reports, I mean, there are plenty of things that only have, one impression and one click. And we've seen those for a really long time. And I have been doing this since the beginning of time. And I don't remember, really seeing things in those query reports that I think now like, oh my gosh, like this would fall into that category of privacy. It seems like a way to try to position it where it seems like they're doing something that everybody should just get behind because it's noble. I have a hard time swallowing that. I really do. Because it just, when you look at what it's likely doing, it's just hard to make that leap for me anyway.
Yeah. And it's just crazy timing too, because we had a story on the show last week. Greg tweeted this yesterday, like the timing of the two stories together, where somebody was in their call report and it was pulling in people's actual phone numbers. So like that is a data security problem right there, is pulling in people's phone numbers and like how long the call came in and all this information. But then you're going to take away search query information that we've had for all this time and nobody thought was a data security concern before. So I thought that was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it just seems so like lazy because they aren't really explaining why it's a privacy issue. They're just saying, oh, this is a privacy issue. It's just like they're trying to say like people to shut up, but they don't explain where the privacy issue comes in, because like I can't think of why that's a privacy issue. Like, please tell us why you think this is a privacy issue. There's no example, there's no case study, like there's nothing, no one has ever raised this concern before. So it just feels like they're just kind of throwing that out there.
Yeah. And to Andrea's point, I think they've done a pretty good job up until now filtering out anything that was personally identifiable. Nothing is coming to mind in my mind at all where I've been in a search term report and seen something that was like icky or something that I felt like I shouldn't be seeing. Besides some really bad spelling.
Stuff. I mean, there's icky stuff.
Oh yeah. Icky's not the right word, but not for privacy reasons.
Right.
Some bad spelling and some things I don't want to know people are looking for, but
yes,
nothing personally identifiable to my memory. Like what you saw? Of course you did. If you're looking for more, Marketing O'Clock releases new episodes every Friday with the digital marketing news of the week. You can subscribe wherever you consume your podcasts. or click to watch the full episode, the next news story, or read all the articles from the show.